We mentioned this already. This will be a quick, as far as who got hit hardest by it. I mean, it's a good segue talking about FTX and regulation. But ironically, a lot of institutions that invested in FTX, a lot of major players, those people tend to come away with profits and aren't usually the ones that get hit by these debacles and collapses. And this is an article, research came out from the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, stating basically that the FTX collapse, who did it hit the most?
It impacted retail investors, outsized amount. And inside that category, retail investors in emerging economies, undeveloped economies, more than retail in developed.
So that's like that's the people that are the most what's the word
vulnerable.
I'm looking for? Vulnerable. That's it. The people that are most vulnerable are the ones that got hit the hardest. I mean, and the irony is that blockchain and crypto has the potential to in a decentralized way to bring access to the most vulnerable, or to those who normally don't have, access to these financial products and to liquidity and to money and to credit. And it's a shame, because it's not that the technology itself still isn't decentralized and secure and working and have that ability to help the most vulnerable, or those who in the past haven't had equal opportunity or access. It's just that, again, it's like a BitConnect. It's like we're seeing these corporate creations that are sucking energy and money away from real blockchain and real development. Like, this isn't a blockchain, a crypto lack of regulation scam. This was a company that opened up in the United States, and it had this service that it offered people internationally, and people got hosed, and it was the retail investors that got hosed.
Now, one thing that this article mentions that I think is really interesting is that according to the BIS study, scrolling down, the very last part, there you go, is that, well, of course, larger investors benefited at the expense of the smaller ones. But the one of the big things that stands out is that they did not find a strong impact, or they said that crypto shocks have a very limited impact on equity prices or on broader financial conditions, which is directly contradicting what the IMF just talked about with Contagion, right? Needing to regulate these things to minimize the contagion. And it's in contradiction to what we've heard over the last year or two about why crypto needs to be regulated. And so if it's not going to be its spillover effects in the market, then it's going to have to be something else. And so the new narrative is going to be safeguarding retail investors. And so so we're seeing a kind of a shift in the rationale as to why this industry needs to be more regulated. And I guess, and honestly, from an outside looking in, it does seem to be a stronger rationale. There are examples of say FTX abuse, taking a depositor money and doing something with it that they shouldn't, when they didn't have when that wasn't their money to use. And of course, there we can think of other examples as well. So yeah, the question is what kind of safeguards would be helpful? And then how do we make sure we don't go too far and kill the golden goose? And because we want to see experimentation and dynamism and innovation. So yeah, but at the same time, protecting people from huskers and grifters saying, hey, buy this token at the top, right, and pump my bags. Sure. and using retail as exit liquidity, it's especially when there's an institutional player doing this, or saying, hey, buy these, pushing the product on an investor, while on the other side they're selling short that same asset. Like, there are things that could be improved upon, I guess is what I'm saying.
Totally. And, we've mentioned this is a long story we've talked about for a while, but the idea that The crypto market, the Bitcoin market itself is a threat to the financial market or the global market or the world market is ridiculous. It's silly, and it has proven to actually not be true. That's why they said we're looking for a new reason to set up regulation, and that's no longer to prevent some collapse of the whole financial system based on crypto, but now it's to protect retail investors. And, it makes sense because if you look at what's the whole crypto market is a couple trillion, is it under 3 trillion?
Yeah.
Do we know?
I think it's under, I think it's below 2 trillion, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it below 2 trillion? And so you look at, let's see, the whole of crypto market cap is, it's under 2 trillion. 1.1. It's just $1.1 trillion of all of the crypto. And there's a lot of padding in that number because there's a lot of tokens and projects that due to blockchain algorithms are valued at X amount when you really cut through it there, it's dead code. Nothing's really going
like
on.
Like FTT token would fit that.
So really when you get down, we're probably under $1 trillion. We're probably under $1 trillion in actual cryptocurrency. And you look at just Larry Fink of BlackRock alone is in charge of 9 trillion. And there's other big players out there. So the idea that cryptocurrency or blockchain is causing a collapse or causing a downturn or causing a recession or depression or hurting these markets, not only is it ridiculous, it couldn't be further from the truth. And what's ironic is that this new emerging market actually has created a lot of jobs and a lot of opportunity and liquidity and strength to the economy. If you like this information and you would like to learn about what's going on in the economy, the macro outlook, and how it applies to blockchain and the opportunities, you like this channel, hit the subscribe button, notification, hit the like button. That helps this knowledge get out. And of course, we will leave links below. You can support the channel below. And of course, if you like one-on-one help and you're saying, God, I would like to learn more about proof of work, proof of stake, layer ones, layer twos, what airdrops, IBC, interoperability, how does this stuff work? A Web 3.0 wallet, storage, security. That's right. We can help you out. Just fill out this information, your name, your email, what you'd like to learn about, and drop us a little message, and we'll be happy to get back to you and set up a time for some one-on-one consulting or some group tutorial sessions if you are with a firm or institution that is looking to catch your people up to speed. That's what we do, catch you up to speed. And I think that we've caught you up to speed on what's going on in the world today, right now. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Until the next time. Thank you.